everybody, it's Matt here from MTKS Adventures. We're here in Niagara Falls, Ontario with Whirlpool Jet Boats. I'm going to bring the owner in a second and let him tell you about it. It's John Kinney. Right here, I'll pass things over to him.
Okay. Matt, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Niagara River. The Niagara River connects Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, about a 35-mile stretch of river. 1/5 of the fresh water in the world comes down through this river, and because it goes from being 35 miles wide at Lake Erie to after it comes through the upper river and over the falls, all that water is squeezed into a channel only about 125 meters wide. Because that water gets squeezed into such a tight area, and because there is 330 feet of drop between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Now obviously 170 feet of that happens at the falls, but that leaves another 160 feet of drop in elevation, and Matt, that's what you got to experience today, and that's why we have to use these 1,500 horsepower turbo diesel jet boats to first go up those rapids before we come back down.
We just got off these boats. You get wet. You get wet from head to toe, up your nose, everything. It's amazing. Just a little tip for anyone that's going on: if you want the best experience, most water in your face, sit right in the front, directly in the front. So John, what's something people might not realize about the Whirlpool Jet Boats?
Well, when they see the footage that's on your website and they see our brochures and they see all this water flying, people might think, wow, you know, I'm not a high-end kayaker, you know, I'm not an extreme skier, I'm not a person, you know, that does boulder hopping on a mountain bike. Well, guess what? That's perfectly okay. We take 6-year-old kids on this trip. We take seniors into their 70s and 80s. Our record's a 96-year-old ladies taking the trip. The beauty of our boats is they make that world-class, Class 5 whitewater action that you got to experience today accessible to anybody that comes here to visit Whirlpool Jet Boats in the Niagara region. The boats are handicapped accessible, so we take folks that are in wheelchairs, we take Special Olympics kids out, anybody can do it. The boats are the amazing vehicle that enables us to do that. All that power, all that ability to crash through those waves, do all the different configurations that we do as we go through there, the spinning 360-degree turns that can only be done by jet boats, because remember, we don't have propellers pushing these boats, just 3 large jets of water. That's what gives us all of our thrust, all of our steering, and gives us all that maneuverability up in the rapids that we need.
What made you get started in this? I know I'm from Ottawa, so I know that you have another adventure tour thing in Ottawa as well. What made you want to get into this?
Well, our organization pioneered whitewater on the Ottawa River way back in 1975. Then we went to Montreal and we saw these amazing whitewater rapids in the middle of one of North America's largest cities, and we said, how can we make those rapids available? So we started Lachine Rapid Tours in 1983. Now, the boats that we built in 1983 couldn't do what you did today, yeah. Okay? But technology and the evolution of particularly the propulsion systems in these boats and the hull designs, in the early 90s, we came over here. We brought one of a more hybrid boat from Montreal, tested it up in the rapids. It told us a little bit more, and then we bucked up and built a boat specifically for Niagara and started operation here in 1992. So it's doing the math. It's 20 years that we've been doing this here. We've taken 1.5 million people on our trip. Nobody's come back dry, but everybody's come back smiling, and you know, we're real proud that first and foremost that we have an impeccable safety record, and that we're able to do what we do here. And you know, the summer that we're having, you know, I think this was the summer for jet boating. Our water temperatures are going to be at 80 degrees here in the next few weeks, so bath water is as far as the river goes. And in the beauty of the Niagara River versus the whitewater rivers that I grew up on is there was always high water and low water season. Here on the Niagara, it's high water every day because of the treaty between the U.S. and Canada. They have to put a high level of water over the falls for you know, for the tourism season each and every day. We have guaranteed water every day of the year.
Awesome. Well, from everyone here at MTKS Adventures, I'd like to thank everyone here, especially John at Whirlpool Jet Boats. And yeah, if you're in the Niagara area, whether you're on the American, Canadian side, come check it out. And check out our website at www.mtks.ca.
Or www.whirlpooljet.com.